Hey YouTube, Shukun Shobi here with a review of the Thundercats 4-inch basic vehicle, Tiger Flyer. So this set features the Tiger Flyer, which I assume we've seen in this show. I honestly don't remember. But it's really cool. And the Tygus figure, which we've seen as Mumm-Ra's hench person in the past, back before the Great Beast Wars and such. So here is the Tygus figure. A lot of design cues from the Tigra figure overall. Just a little bit streamlined down. He does have a big fuzzy thing here that does hinder his head articulation a bit. But outside of that, Tygus really isn't all that bad. He doesn't have any sort of shoulder articulation outside of this rotation right here, and then a single joint, and then a little bit of movement in the legs right there. So he's not as articulated as the actual 4-inch figures, but he really isn't too bad, and is basically the bike figure for the PR fans that are used to that term, for the Thundercats line. So he loses out on some articulation, but detail-wise, he's still just as good as any 4-inch figure, in my opinion. So it's really cool that we got him, considering he's, well, dead in the present timeline, and really only prevalent in flashbacks. At least he may be dead. I don't think we were confirmed or not. But and only prevalent in flashbacks. So it is cool that we still got a figure of him of some sort, even if it was with a vehicle. So the vehicle itself is actually pretty cool. This is the standing mode. I guess this is where you would board it and such. But we got this going on. It looks kind of like some sort of weird bird thing, which is alright. But that's really cool. It doesn't do anything in this mode. Despite these, they don't really do anything. They just look really cool. So there's that going for it. Really, that's about it. You pop this piece off, and then you can fit the figures in here. So we'll go ahead and fit Tygus in there. You put the Thunderlynx Port right up here, and then clip it in. It just kind of latches onto that square. Just like that, and something happened. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. So line up his feet, lift up his arms, have him grip the handles up here. It's basically the equivalent of a very like decked out hang glider. That's basically what this thing is. And then put this little clippy thing right back there to lock him in place. And there is Tygus, ready to basically launch. So he'll go all fours and 3, 2, 1 blast off, and there he goes. So these can fold up once he is in flight, since they don't need a stand, and he just zooms around town in his little Tiger Flyer going all and stuff. Noises aside, what happens is when you put the Thunderlynx Port against the magnet, it activates the light, so his eyes light up. So oh, he's so mysterious in his Tiger Flyer. He's like, I am the Watcher of the Night. Watch as my camera makes the white balance flip out and make it look like some sort of disco. Fun times. But yeah, the light's actually pretty decent. The only negative is that there is no way to turn it off. Yep, no way to turn it off. So you can't have a figure sitting in here without the light being on. This does open up to reveal like a missile launcher of some sort. There's no missiles firing or anything. It's just purely looks. So that's kind of cool. It has a little maneuverable jaw. But yeah, there's no way to turn it off at all. So the light is always on if there's a figure in here. However, you can unclip the Thunderlynx Port and still have them sitting in there without the light being on. It just looks a little bit goofier. But yeah, this thing is pretty neat, actually. The only downside I have is that it is like a hang glider, whereas if you were actually flying it legitly this way, you'd have a downward view the entire time, and you wouldn't be able to look ahead of you and figure out where the crap you were going. So providing this actually steers, which I would imagine it would, there really is no practical way of properly steering this thing. But then again, these are toys and not actual Thundercats, because if they were actual Thundercats, they'd be able to just look up. But poor Tygus doesn't have a head joint that allows him to do that, so he's just going to crash into the first thing he can't see. So And just to prove a point, you can use any of the 4-inch figures that fit within this frame. So, good old Tigra can't grip the upper portion because of his shoulder armor. That's a shame. But this still fits, if I put it right. This still fits right in here, so he can use his Tiger Flyer. He just can't really grip that upper portion all that well. But he can use it. Obviously, some figures can't use it, like Wily Cat, Chitara can't use it, Mumm-Ra can't use it, Claudus can't use it, he's too fat. So there are some figures that can't use it, but the more streamlined figures, Tygus, Lino, Tigra, Panthro can sort of fit in here decently, but the figures that have articulation kin to these guys will fit in there just fine, as long as they're not too bulky and stuff. So you have to keep that in mind. But overall, it's a pretty neat toy. I like it better than on the Lizard Cannon. One, I like the Tygus, there we go, figure better than the Lizard figure, just because he is an actual character that wasn't a grunt. He actually had lines. He probably has a story somewhere in this universe. And he was a more prevalent character than just the generic lizard grunt. And plus, I like the look of this toy a lot. The design is really cool. And I like the gimmick with the eyes lighting up too. So, personally, I think this is the coolest of the vehicles that are out right now. There are no other new vehicles currently besides this one. And I don't remember from case assortments if there are any other new ones besides the Tiger Flyer. If there are, I'll put them in a little note right here. But I think this is the only one out currently that is new for the vehicle assortment. So, pretty cool. If you want the Tygus figure, I do recommend picking this up because, honestly, I really like this thing too. So, really, this is a win-win set for me. I like the figure, I like the vehicle, so win. You can get these for $14.97 at Walmart. I haven't seen them anywhere else, at least the Tiger Flyer. I don't remember the Toys R Us price, but I'll go ahead and list it in this video. At the very beginning, you would have seen it already. So check those out and be on the lookout because this is a pretty cool pickup. So you can check out shukenshinobi.com for latest updates on my reviews. And of course, check out ridersrangersandrambles.com, bringing the latest token news in the craziest way possible. So take care and have a great one.